this is a Good Friday story. In the last 10 years, the craft brewing boom has exploded nationally and here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, but that also means positive effects for the areas around those businesses. Local 12's James Pilcher joins us live from one such brewery, making an impact in Covington. And James, this is right up your wheelhouse, right?
Absolutely, Adam. I'm in front of Braxton Brewing Company here in Covington. They're celebrating their 6th anniversary tomorrow. Now, breweries like this are creating communities and development in neighborhoods all over the tri-state. Ironically, this building behind me, it used to be a Sears and Roebuck back in the day. Braxton's co-founder, Jake Rouse, remembers what it was like when he and his brother first moved into this building.
Oh man, when we first broke ground here in Covington, it was way different than it is today. We saw potential for what it could become and has become over the years, but it was different.
But now the area around Pike Street and Duveneck Square features the Hotel Covington, restaurants, and even a new set of apartment buildings. Covington's Economic Development Director, Tom West, says the impact has been dramatic.
They're kind of a catalyst for activity. They become a mecca, kind of like in the old days when you would have the little coffee klatch that would meet places.
The same phenomenon can be seen across the river in Oakley surrounding Mad Tree Brewing. And two relatively new breweries also are having an impact on their neighborhoods. Esoteric Brewing opened last year in Walnut Hills. Chief Marketing Officer Marvin Abrinica says he can already see a difference in a diverse neighborhood.
There are a number of restaurants and bars that are already on the McMillan block there. Overall, there's a plan for that block of 400 units going to be installed there in the next 2 years.
Big Ash Brewing opened in 2019, shortly before the pandemic hit, in the parking lot of an abandoned strip mall in Anderson Township. But now, a major apartment complex is replacing that shopping center.
The craft brewery scene, that's what it's all about. It's about community. It's having a place for people to gather, bring people together, and do something new, and it's very local.
So I did a little bit of research. Like you said, it's up my wheelhouse. So I did a little bit of research on the craft brewing industry here in Cincinnati compared to now versus 5 to 10 years ago. Just a simple Google search. There are now more than 30 tap rooms and breweries just in the tri-state alone. And all of them are having some kind of impact on the neighborhood development. Live in Covington, James Pilcher, Local 12 News.
The beer business is booming. Beer business is booming, James. And James brews his own beer at home. That's what makes him our Local 12 resident beer expert. Now, Braxton recently opened another tap room in Ohio in the Pendleton neighborhood. That's also where the Brewdog Tap Room and Brewery is set to reopen next week after being shut down due to the pandemic.